Hey Jimmy, this is Jeremiah. Everybody here at the CIA farm in Galaxy City calls me Jeremy. I'm the son of Father Reese Orin, who referred me to your buddy Derek about mentorship at the farm. Derek is on the planet Ithosa with Jenna as his teammate, doing special ops training for high school kids. My father, Father Orin, told Derek that I was training at the farm for the Galaxy Alliance Special Reserves, and that you had expressed interest in that. Derek said to apologize for not being his partner, but he said you'd understand that Jenna gets first dibs on him as her teammate. But Derek did say that he honestly believed you would like being my partner, and that you and I would get to meet Emperor Nataraja Rostri and his wife Maya, stay at their palace, and fly bareback on a dragon. Isn't that so cool? Oh, and before I forget, I wanted to come clean about that little gift I sent you. The floating dark mirror selfie orb. Yeah, the one about the size of a grape that hovers mid-air. That's how I'm filming this right now. It syncs directly with my phone. I just tap a command, and it floats to eye level or any angle I choose. I thought you might like it, especially for sending quick video messages to your friends, whether they're in New York or the Andromeda Galaxy. It doesn't matter where they are. As long as they've got the app installed, they'll receive it instantly. I figured if you're heading into CIA work or just want to talk with Derek and Jenna off-world, it'd be nice to do it in full view. So yeah, this video, no camera crew. Just me, the orb, and you. Anyway, I just wanted to say hi and maybe give you a little heads up about who I am. You probably noticed I look like a senior in high school. I feel that way too most days. But for full disclosure, there's more to the story. I'm actually a monk. I live on the planet Ithosa, in a sacred monastery nestled deep within the Blue Dunes. It's a peaceful place, quiet, timeless, full of stars. But I'm not cloistered or disconnected from the galaxy. Quite the opposite, actually. I volunteered to defend Milky Way member planets as part of the Galactic Guard Reserves, a kind of interplanetary special forces made up of warriors who also live by codes of peace and wisdom. Kind of like Jedi, but less dramatic robes. Anyway, your interest in joining the CIA after graduation really caught my attention. My father said you're considering their scholarship program to pay for college. That's a solid plan. It gives you access to mentors, field training, and academic support that most kids can only dream about. But I wanted to share some thoughts with you about what it means to join the Galactic Guard Reserves, especially now that Earth is part of the Galaxy Alliance. See, joining the reserves doesn't mean you give up your life on Earth. In fact, you get to live it more fully. Training takes place across several key Alliance worlds, like Valmora Prime, Dragos, and Ithosa. It's physical, mental, even spiritual. You'll get to work with advanced tech, learn off-world languages, interact with aliens, and help protect peace across dozens of planets. And if you ever want to switch back to the CIA, they'll actually count some of your reserve time as accredited service. It's a partnership now, not a competition. Also, there's something else I wanted you to know, something a little more personal. Even though I look like a teenager and act like a teenager sometimes, I wasn't born yesterday, or even this century. I was born in the year 1588. Yeah, you heard that right. Unlike Derek, who was really born 17 years ago, my DNA is similar to his, but with a twist. I've been alive for over 400 years, and I still feel everything. I still laugh, cry, eat chocolate, get nervous talking to someone I admire, which, yeah, includes you. Derek thought you wouldn't mind having a mentor who looks about your age. He said, and I quote, "Jimmy's gonna think it's totally cool and awesome." So I'm trusting him on that. I hope you do think I'm cool, and maybe just a little bit awesome. But let me be real with you, Jimmy. I've watched you. I was stationed with the monitoring team at the CIA farm in Langley, Virginia, during your summer session. Yes, the real one in Langley. The Galaxy City branch is newer, futuristic, advanced. but the old farm in Virginia still trains the best of the best. That's where I first saw you in action. I saw how hard you worked, how determined you were to prove yourself, and honestly, how much you wanted your dad to see you. I mean, really see you. That day he yelled at you during the mental resilience drill. I'll never forget it. He sounded like the drill sergeant from hell, and I could see the way your shoulders stiffened, the way your fists clenched. But you didn't yell back. You didn't break. You stood your ground, held your dignity, and you passed that drill with flying colors. My heart went out to you that day, because I know that look, the look of someone trying to be a man in someone else's eyes. But Jimmy, you don't have to prove your manhood to anyone. Not your dad, not your instructors, not even me. Because from what I've seen, you're already one of the most impressive young men I've met in the last century. And I mean that. In over 400 years, I've met a lot of people. Some great, some terrible, most somewhere in between. But when I saw you face down your fears, own your mistakes, and show kindness to your classmates, especially that kid who failed his counter-intel test and broke down in tears, I knew I wanted to meet you one day. So here we are. I thought maybe you'd want to know a few things about me too, about where I come from. My father, Father Orin, was a priest in Ireland. Not the kind you see in stories with cathedrals and politics. He was a true country priest. Simple robe, bare chapel, always barefoot, even in winter. He believed in healing souls with laughter, not fear. And though he didn't always agree with the church's ways, he never gave up on faith. I remember sneaking into the back of his church as a kid, watching him light candles and whisper prayers for strangers who would never know his name. He taught me that love isn't something you earn. It's something you choose to give and give again. Over the centuries, I've witnessed things that history books try to summarize but never quite capture. I was there when Galileo was placed under house arrest. I walked the streets of Kyoto when cherry blossoms were still traded as currency. I saw Shakespeare's plays performed live, in candlelight theaters where the audience threw fruit at the actors if they forgot a line. I held the hand of a plague survivor who would become the great-great-grandmother of someone who now lives on Dragos. Being over 400 doesn't feel like you think it would. It's not heavy, not lonely. It's layered, like a wine that ages in a barrel, absorbing the flavor of every season. My senses are still sharp. My memories feel recent. I can still remember the first time I tasted peanut butter. Weird, I know. I thought it was disgusting. Now I can't get enough of it. But with all that time behind me, I still get nervous recording a message like this, because what I really want is to be your friend. Not just your mentor, not just your partner, but someone who gets you. And I think I do, because no matter how old I get, I still remember what it felt like to be your age. The questions, the pressure, the need to belong, to matter, to be enough. You are enough, Jimmy, more than enough. So maybe, if you're open to it, we can train together, spar a little, fly across galaxies, eat too much dessert in the Emperor's palace, and argue about which species makes the best gelato. I'm partial to the blue raspberry kelp cones from Lantora 7. Don't judge. And maybe we can talk about your future, about your dad, about life and all its impossible, beautiful messiness. I'll be in Galaxy City next week for the Interplanetary Youth Strategy Summit. If you're around, let's meet up, grab a tea, talk shop, or not talk at all, and just sit under the star trees and listen to the hum of the gravity fields. Whatever feels right. Until then, stay strong, Jimmy, and stay you, because that's the version the galaxy needs. Talk soon.